Alright. So in last class, what we have seen different types of risk that may have arisen related to interest rate, movement of interest rate, and one of the best, management of interest rate is by or through yield curve, and this is the one of the best approach for any bank for management of their profitability. But however, this again depends. A bank solely cannot do anything because it's a participant of the market. Bank is a participant. If the market moves in a certain direction, bank cannot go to a reverse direction. So even if bank wants to go in the reverse direction, still bank cannot. Reason why? Because the market is required to be. It's a huge market and you are one of the player. So whatever it may be, okay. So you cannot, even Reserve Bank cannot, go ahead against the market. Even though central banks, because world markets are there, and one of the participant of the world market is RBI. So in all sense, everybody is required to be aligned with a market. See, because we are living in a market-oriented, era wherein the market determines something. Okay. It may be sometimes disadvantageous, but it may sometimes be advantageous also. Okay. So we have seen the yield curve case. Thereafter, we can see another risk, price risk. Another risk is price risk. What does it mean? Generally, price risk means whenever we may have certain kinds of portfolio, we are dealing with certain kinds of investments. This price of the investments may go up or go down, including sometimes we are holding, just like again international banking में पढ़ेंगे, the bank holds certain amount, okay, in their nostro account in the form of foreign currency. Now the foreign currency rates changes daily. If the balance is kept it there, say $30 million, the value in terms of rupees continuously will change. Either we may be in profit or we may be in loss. That is what is called as price risk. If at all we have certain bond portfolio, even if we may have certain gold as a commodity which we are holding out, then also the rate will change because the price of that particular commodity will change, price of the bond will change, and therefore this is the risk. And generally prices or markets are always forward looking, and one of the major for determination of the price is maximum time as an interest. And the interest rate, that is interest rate. If the interest rates are the guideline for determination of valuation of certain things, and therefore this price risk arises to us both for banking book wherein we have HTM investments, or even a trading book where we have AFS or AFT. Okay, so price risk will be there. Price risk will be there. Then we have net interest position risk. Net interest position. We have discussed more this one already. Like, what is the meaning of net interest? Interest received minus interest expenditure. Okay, this is net interest which we have. Position. Position means the quantum. How much is the quantum? Now, if interest rate goes up, goes down, then we may have imbalance related to this net interest. Okay, so net interest position also gives rise. Okay, this net interest position is a part of interest rates. This generally arises to banking book. Okay, so these are the different kinds of risk that the bank is supposed to face. Okay, because of the movement in interest rates. Right. Now we have seen gap or mismatch. Right. Then we have seen BPS, basis point value. Then we have seen embedded option. Then we have seen yield curve, price, and net interest. All these risks are coming to a bank one by one. Okay, or sometimes one or two more or three together. It all depends upon the situation. When I said that yes, I have an interest rate, I acknowledged as a bank कि हाँ मुझे interest rate risk. I have to manage it. I have to manage. How I will manage? मैं manage कैसे करूँगा उसको? So for management, one must have measurement. कि कितनी है? मैं बार बार आपको रिस्क मैनेजमेंट में हमेशा ये बताते आ रहा हूँ 3 steps. What is the risk? How much is the risk? How to control? This is what the risk management is. तो मेजरमेंट करना है कि भाई इंटरेस्ट रेट रिस्क मुझे कितनी है, ठीक? तो उसके लिए 2-3 अप्रोचेस यूज किए जाते हैं, ठीक है? एंड दिस अप्रोचेस आर सम ट्रेडिशनल एंड एडवांस्ड, ठीक है? सो वी विल गो अहेड विद द फर्स्ट अप्रोच फॉर मेजरमेंट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट रेट रिस्क. We want to measure, and that is earnings approach. Earnings approach. Okay. Here, this earnings, okay, earnings, our bank's earnings are going to be impacted because of mismanagement or mismatch of our asset and liability position. Remember gap, मैंने आपको gap के बारे में बताया, है ना? But this here we will look for those assets and liabilities which are mismatched, and because of that our earnings will fluctuate. Our earnings will fluctuate. So this particularly earnings approach, and the method is gap analysis. गैप एनालिसिस इज द मेथड, ठीक है? तो गैप एनालिसिस को हम किस तरह से क्या करेंगे, पढ़ेंगे, किस तरह से आएगी वो हमको समझ. सो व्हाट इज अर्निंग्स फॉर अ बैंक, ठीक है? अर्निंग्स फॉर अ बैंक मींस NII, नेट इंटरेस्ट इनकम, जिसको हम शॉर्ट में NII कहते हैं. नेट इंटरेस्ट इनकम ये हमारी अर्निंग्स है, ठीक है? मैंने अब तक आपको P&L बहुत बार सामने लाया, ठीक है? बार बार बताते गया कि भाई 13 minus 15, 13 इंटरेस्ट इनकम, 15 इंटरेस्ट एक्सपेंडेड, उसी को हम NII कहेंगे. सो इन केस ऑफ दिस NII, interest income minus interest expenditure. This is what is called as NII. Now this NII may go up or may go down because of change in interest rate. Now all these things can be calculated. एग्जाम्पल हम देखिए कि हमारे पास 3000 करोड़ की एसेट्स है और हमारे पास 3200 करोड़ के लायबिलिटीज, इंटरेस्ट बियरिंग, ठीक है? हियर द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट शुड बी इंटरेस्ट बियरिंग. अब दोनों, ठीक है, हम ऐसा समझे कि इंटरेस्ट रेट 1% से बढ़ा, अब बढ़ा तो डिपॉजिट का भी बढ़ा होगा, तो लेंडिंग का भी बढ़ा. अब मेरे को पूरा कैलकुलेशन करते बैठना पड़ेगा कि 3000 पे 1%, फिर 3100 पे 1%, फिर इंटरप्रिटेशन. उससे अच्छा अगर मैं ये दोनों के बीच का गैप एनालाइज करूं और वो गैप के ऊपर ही क्या करूं, परसेंटेज अप्लाई करके देखूं कि मेरा NII, जो भी मेरा NII एक्स NII रहेगा, वो कितने से बढ़ेगा, घटेगा. इट विल ऑल गोज अहेड विथ दैट गैप. मुझे पूरा कैलकुलेशन करने की जरूरत नहीं है. मुझे मालूम है पिछले मेरा इस पर्टिकुलर लेवल में NII क्या है, इतना. अब मेरा इंटरेस्ट रेट चेंज हो गया तो NII बढ़ेगा या NII घटेगा. अगर बढ़ता है तो कितने से और घटेगा तो कितने से. These things can be known by this gap analysis. But before going to analyze this situation, one must know that this gap analysis is only for those assets and liabilities which are rate sensitive. What I'm saying is rate sensitive. Now, what is the meaning of rate sensitive? Okay. Wherein, because of change in interest rate, our interest income or interest expenditure will also going to be changed. For a period under consideration for which we are looking for in IR. I will take one simple example. Okay. समझ लीजिए, if you have a fixed deposit receipt, TDR है आपके पास, term deposit है, for 3 years. For 3 years. Interest rates have changed, okay, by say 0.5% plus, 0.5% plus, and you want to know an impact of change in interest rate, okay, impact on NII due to change in interest rate for next 1 year. Next one, next year में NII के ऊपर क्या फर्क पड़ेगा, ये अगर हमको देखना है, तो when this FDR of 3 years is relevant for us to look for this change. क्या लगता है आपको? How? कैसे? ठीक, मैं आपको एक छोटा सा इसमें मॉडिफिकेशन करता हूं. आप जब किसी का FDR एक्सेप्ट करते हैं, TDR एक्सेप्ट करते हैं, कौन से रेट से एक्सेप्ट करते हैं? करंट रेट से? यस और नो? करंट रेट से. समझ लीजिए आज 5.5% है. 3 साल के लिए आपने एक कस्टमर का FDR एक्सेप्ट किया. 8 महीने बाद या 1 साल बाद रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट बैंक ने बढ़ाए 3 साल के FDR के ऊपर 6%. तो will this particular customer is eligible for that increase of 0.5%? Then how you are saying कि सर यस इंटरेस्ट पड़ेगा, फर्क पड़ेगा, क्यों? क्योंकि सर रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट बढ़ा. Okay, this is not going to happen because this is at fixed rate for fixed period. Maturity is fixed, rate is fixed. So that means this FDR is non-sensitive as regards the next 1 year is concerned. Next 1 year is concerned. 3 साल तक जब तक वो FDR मैच्योर या रिन्यूअल के लिए नहीं होता है, तब तक के लिए हमारे को कोई इंटरेस्ट रेट रिस्क नहीं है. You got my point now? But had it been this FDR is of 6 months only, then yes, Girish sir, Kalyani, क्या कल्याणी क्या हो रहा है? That's right. आफ्टर 1 ईयर की बात करें, ये 6 मंथ्स के बाद तो फर्क पड़ना ही है. दैट मीन्स दिस लायबिलिटी, ये क्योंकि FDR रिसीव करना है लायबिलिटी इज रेट सेंसिटिव. सो वेदर अ पर्टिकुलर एसेट or a particular liability is rate sensitive or not will depend upon the period for which we are looking for. Say just now there is a guidelines, you people are all aware that retail loans now are tied up with the repo. repo rate, and that can be reset twice in a month. Sorry, by a month, this one time in a 2 months. Okay, that can be done. But अब रेपो चेंज नहीं हुआ या रेपो चेंज हुआ, तो रेपो चेंज हुआ तो ऑटोमेटिकली उसका रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट भी चेंज होना है, और रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट अगर चेंज होना है इसका मतलब वो रेट सेंसिटिव। लेकिन उसने, ठीक है, हमने उसको ऐसा दिया है कि रीसेट डेट 1 ईयर, नॉट बाय मंथली। बाय मंथली नहीं है ना, वो है वंस इन ईयर। तो ऑब्वियसली दिस is not going to change for next 1 year. Is that clear to you all? That means whether it's an asset or liability, it will be rate sensitive only when we look for a particular period. Look for a particular period. And once that period is known, then we can say that this liability is my rate sensitive for this one. Say a housing loan at fixed rate of 8% for 25 years. Now rate of interest after disbursement of this housing loan, because हमारा asset हो गया, okay, the rate of interest has increased. So will this housing loan qualifies for rate sensitive? How? कैसे कैसे इनकम बढ़ेगा? कैसे इनकम बढ़ेगा बताइए मुझे। आपने एक फिक्स रेट लोन 25 साल के लिए दे दिया और 6 मंथ, दैट्स व्हाट आई से, फिक्स रेट 25 साल, देन इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू अफेक्ट अप टू 25 years, नॉन सेंसिटिव। सो फिक्स असेट्स, वी हैव अ फिक्स असेट, इज इट रेट सेंसिटिव? ऑब्वियसली नो। फिक्स असेट पे तो रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट का कोई फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता। कैपिटल, लायबिलिटी में कैपिटल एंड रिजर्व्स होते हैं, इज इट व्हाट वी कैन से इक्विटी कैपिटल, इज इट रेट सेंसिटिव? नो, इट्स अ कैपिटल, हैज नो इम्पैक्ट ऑन द रेट सेंसिटिव, राइट? सो फॉर सच रेट सेंसिटिव पोजीशन वी मस्ट नो दैट what is the time period for which asset and liabilities have been taken care of. And therefore, just like what we have prepared a maturity ladder, okay, we also does prepare here a statement